In Lagos, some people chase dreams, others manufacture them. Michael and Sandra Cole were one of those couples who made lies look like arts. They were beautiful, charming, and dangerously smart. To the world, they were the power couple, living large, dressing fine, and smiling for the cameras. But behind every designer outfit was a stain of deceit. They started small. Their first scam was a fake charity foundation. They printed glossy flyers crying for help for malnourished children in northern Nigeria. Businessmen donated millions, politicians posed for photos, and the Coles vanished with the funds. Sandra laughed as they counted the money on their hotel bed. She said, "See, babe, people will believe anything if you wrap it in pity." From there, they grew bolder. Second scam, real estate fraud. Michael would rent empty lands, forge documents, and sell them to unsuspecting buyers. When the victims came to build, they'd find 5 other people claiming the same plot. Sandra would play the secretary, crying and pretending she knew nothing. By the time police got involved, the couple had already changed cities and names. Then came the luxury scam. They opened a fake jewelry store in Victoria Island, all glitter, no gold. They sold cheap knockoffs for millions, claiming they were Dubai imports. Celebrities came, influencers tagged them. They became overnight sensations until one angry buyer exposed the fake diamonds. They shut down the shop overnight and disappeared again. Each time they succeeded, they celebrated like gods. Expensive champagne, rooftop dinners, weekend getaways to Ghana. They would clink glasses and say, "To another victory, to the life we deserve." But with every new con, their hearts grew darker. Fourth scam, a fake investment company. They called it Golden Nest Holdings. They promised 50% returns in 2 weeks, and people lined up. Teachers, traders, widows, even pastors invested their savings. Within 3 months, the Coles collected over 500 million naira and vanished. The news called it the biggest urban fraud of the year. But karma doesn't knock. It walks in quietly. One night, Sandra began to dream strange things, seeing herself drowning in money that turned into blood. She woke up screaming, but Michael only laughed. "Baby, we are fine. That's just success chasing your sleep." Weeks later, their luck began to crumble. Their banker disappeared with half their funds. Interpol flagged their accounts. Anthony, their hacker, was found dead in his apartment, poisoned. That was when Sandra started hearing whispers at night. Sometimes she would wake to hear someone calling her name from the mirror. Still, they pushed on. Their final job was the biggest yet. A high-stakes oil deal with forged government contracts. If it worked, they would escape to Dubai forever. If it failed, prison would be a luxury. On the day of the deal, Sandra wore her red dress, her victory color. Michael kissed her hand. "After today, we are untouchable." But something in her heart felt heavy. At the hotel, their buyers arrived. Foreign investors, briefcases in hand. Everything went smoothly until one of the men stood up and said, "Mr. Cole, you are under arrest." They weren't investors. They were Interpol. The walls closed in. Sandra's heart stopped. Michael tried to run, but the elevator doors opened to armed officers. They escaped, barely, speeding into the night rain in their black Benz. Sandra cried, "Michael, we should have stopped. We should have gone straight." But he shouted, "We are too deep to stop now." Then fate decided it was done watching. The car skidded. Screams. Metal crushed against concrete. Silence. One dawn came. The car was found at the edge of the third mainland bridge, wrecked, half submerged. Michael and Sandra, gone. The city mourned for a day, then forgot. But those who passed that bridge on stormy nights swore they could still hear laughter, faint, hollow, echoing through the wind. Because some victories aren't blessings, they are warnings. And in the end, the price of luxury was their soul.